A couple videos back, I produced one called A Sprawling City and More. And I spent quite a bit of time trying to show streets in that city. Because if you could see the streets, it would help you understand the layout and help you to realize that it was indeed a city that you were looking at. In this video, I'm talking about working cranes. And even though these two structures are up here on the hill, the one on the left with what's behind it is very interesting, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the one on the right. You can see that there's a crane there that's holding a semicircular disc of some kind, and it's kind of dangling it over the edge a little bit there. That crane has a very unusual shape, and it actually kind of looks like a dragon in a way. I'd really like to see a clearer look, a clearer picture of it. But on the top of that structure, that crane, is a black circular object, and that is the spool where the line is at, and there's a lead that goes off, and then you can see it lines up perfectly. If you go from the very top of that boom all the way down, it'll line up perfectly with the middle of that disc. So yeah, it's definitely holding it, and it's something that's happening. It's alive, it's working. And in this picture, this is a magnificent picture, but I won't get into that too much. I just want to talk about the crane that's down there towards the bottom. It's a humongous crane. It is shaped exactly the same way that we would shape our cranes. It has counterweights in the back. It's just, you look at that and you say, well, that's a crane. And it's sitting right in the middle of two rows of buildings. And those two rows of buildings were put into place building by building, whole structure by whole structure, by this crane. It just drops them right into place. And when they get done with one, they go on to the next one. By the time they're ready for to go with the next one, it's laying there on the ground, ready for them to pick it up, swing it over, drop it down into line. Another working crane you can see is actually in action. So that's the whole point of this. Both of these cranes are in action. That means people are living there, and they're alive, and they're working, and they're constructing, which is what they do on Mars. More than anything I can tell, I said once before, I think they live to construct, because they're doing it. I guess the other thing they do really well is breed. Otherwise, they wouldn't need all this construction. But there are a lot of people living on Mars, folks. And somebody told me that place is overpopulated. And man, from what I've seen, I think it is too. I'm only looking at Gale Crater, though. This crane, you can clearly see in a different picture. They had it turned into a smudge of dirt in the background down there on that featureless valley below. But you can clearly see that it's sticking out there, and you can almost see the line going down. And you can also see that pivot point. So yeah, I don't see anything on the end of this one, but this picture was taken the same year that the other ones were. So I'm pretty sure it's a working crane as well. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great day.